Eagle. A fair eagle to you as well, Doodles. Welcome everybody to the stream. Yo, Beastfly noises. Hey Zaki, hey Jono. Your boy is quite tired tonight, if I'm being honest. I have recently had to change up my... Tell me if you've heard this one before. I've recently had to change up my sleep pattern again. Because we're doing some recording this week. We're recording new Byte Marx episodes. So, because Emilio is an early bird and I'm a train wreck, I have to switch up when I go to sleep just to be able to wake up in time for our recording sessions. I knew you were gonna say that. Now, hang on. Hang on a moment. Oh boy. I can't hear the game. Sleeping is for the weak. I am very weak, apparently. I gotta fix my headphones. Now it's working. I can hear that light. It sounds like lute music. Yeah. Someone's going fucking ham on the lute in the background. Sleep is good, friends. Hello, Ole. What's up? My greatest enemy tonight is not the savage beastfly. It is in fact consciousness. Whoops. Well, at least we did that close to the bench. You're young, you don't understand. Doodles. A person in their 20s calling someone else young is so wild. Oh, I am like 2 years... No, I'm like 1 year away from not being in my 20s anymore. Oof-a-doof. Here's to another 10 years of playing video games with you guys online. Whoops. Got me on the backhand. Did you see how he sort of like went behind my horns on that one? Oh shit, I landed on a platform too. Bastard. Stop doing this. It's so rude. Stop. No one likes it when you do this. Yep. No, that's fair. That's fair. End stream earlier if you need to and get some rest, yeah? Thank you very much, Jono. I appreciate the worry, but I'll be fine. I did a bunch of work today. I realized too late that I hadn't gotten all the footage I needed for a video. But it's fine. It's a very small amount of footage. It's just kind of annoying. Because there's some stuff I have to do in the game before I can get to the part that has the footage I need. So... that's just kind of sucky, but I can do that later. Otherwise, all I need to do for the next video is cut the clips and then put it all together in the editor. And then we're golden, baby. I can maybe do that tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, I have to record the clip times as well. But that's fine. That's whatever. I'm always wrong about the clip times anyway. I'm off by like a second. And you would not believe, by the way, just like editing videos wise, you wouldn't believe how long a second is when you're looking at a video editor. Like, it's actually crazy to me. In in my day-to-day life, minutes will go by, and I won't even notice. Hours can go by, and I might not notice. But when I'm sitting there editing a video, if something is a second too short, I have to sit there and go like, what am I going to do about this? I cannot have this be out of time. Well. But yeah, I just need to get some footage and cut the clips and stuff, and then it'll be good. Then we'll be Gucci. Then we'll be Versace. Otherwise, I did some other stuff for the a video that I'm gonna do with Emilio tomorrow. And yeah, how's everyone else's life been? I've been I picked up the Pixel remake version of the original 6 Final Fantasy games, and I've been playing Final Fantasy 1. Which I'm having a blast with, by the way. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna enjoy it. I've never actually played those sort of old RPGs, those old pixel RPGs that everyone who has ever downloaded RPG Maker makes. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I think I'm a decent ways into the game as well, because I've alighted 3 of the 4 crystals. Oh god. No, sir. No, come on. You absolute prick. All of you. Everyone in this boss fight that isn't me, you're an absolute prick. None of you in chat. No. Douche canoe. I fucking hate these guys. I hate their shit-eating grins, too. Just hang on. I saw something in chat about salamis. What? You reckon you'll get good in those 10 years? Hey, bite me. How about that? Do you reckon you'll have funny jokes in 10 years, doodles? I genuinely wonder if YouTube will still be here in 20 years. It depends, I guess. The biggest problem with YouTube is that it has a monopoly. It's not like there aren't any other video sharing sites. I don't know if Dailymotion is still up, but I think Vimeo? Yeah, I think Vimeo is still going. So if they do something that YouTube doesn't do, and they do it better than YouTube, and they get as popular as YouTube, then there's no reason why YouTube has to be, like, holding on to the monopoly. I guess it also depends on if YouTube gets egregious enough, because they've been pretty bad to a lot of their creators a lot of the years. Like, creators have had a lot to complain about with YouTube. So, you know, if that continues too much further, people will move to other platforms. I mean, it wasn't so long ago that the big animation platform was Newgrounds, you know? That wasn't too long ago. So there's no reason why... And Newgrounds is still running. Newgrounds is, like, going strong. So no reason it can't turn back to that. Don't like puppies, slammies. Oh, I read it as salamis. What? You don't like puppies, salamis? Life is not worthwhile. Why is life not worthwhile? I'm taking a pill for acne that causes dryness, and I have to use lip balm, and it feels so weird. Oh, shit. Is it, Reacutan? Because I think my sister and I had to take that in, like, high school and stuff. And that shit dries you out like crazy. It's actually so rough, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, this boss fight is such bullshit. Bite you. Buy me dinner first if you're gonna ask me that. I hate this. No. The internet has ruined some of my favorite less sweary insults. Because people just turn it into horniness. It sucks. I don't like that you guys have a prepared horny counterspell for all of my favorite low effort, low aggression insults. Bite me is such a perfect, like, whatever, kind of come back to something. To then turn it into this... Although I suppose that's always been around. That's not necessarily the internet's fault, is it? Ooh, a crit. And crit. Oh god. Oh, everything's going wrong. Oh, nothing is coming up. Millhouse. Prepared horny counterspells. Lol. There's always sue me. You see, the problem with sue me is that I don't want people to get ideas. It's not worth suing me, I promise. You won't get anything from it. I have to shrink a lot and use moisturizer and eye drops and lip balm. Ugh. Oh, that's the worst. I'm sorry. I hate stuff on my face. I hate it. It's the worst feeling. I hate cream on my hands. I hate stuff on my face. I hate eye drops. I hate putting things into my eyes. I feel like that's not... Like, sometimes I say shit like that and people go like, really? And I feel like it shouldn't be confusing to be like, I would like it when stuff goes in my eyes. Or near my eyes. Like, call me crazy. My eyes are kind of a no-go zone most of the time. Boop. At the message tone, leave an ass beating. No, shit. He really did leave an ass beating. No, goddammit. Oh, the timing on that one could not have been worse. Yep. That was intentional, so I could reset. Well, it's been okay, I guess. But a development has happened. I don't really feel like I belong anywhere. I'm just different from most people, so it feels lonely. Yes. That is, in professional circles, we would call that depression. Weird. Some of my messages are going through and some aren't. Oh, yeah, that did feel kind of bereft of context. But hey, Jono, I'll let you in on a little secret. A lot of people feel like that. And that's not to downplay the way that you're feeling, but rather to let you know that as lonely as you do feel, you aren't actually alone. There are people going through what you're going through, and you can take comfort in the knowledge that people have gone through what you're going through, and they made it out the other side. So it's entirely possible. You won't be defined by this moment of emotion. Oh, he psyched me out. He fucking did a feint. But yeah, people have been going through that kind of thing for a while. That also means there's avenues of help. This is something that's happened enough that there are techniques for dealing with it. Oh. You pissant. That's what the kind of bug you are. That's depression? Basically, yeah. Depression isn't, like, huge. There are levels to depression. You can have very mild depression and very severe depression. Chronic depression is a big one. And the thing is, depression doesn't always look the same, but there are usually identifying signs that are common enough that you can sort of see that happens and then go like, yep, that's it. Would someone who's depressed be able to do this? Yeah, it's been happening to me too. YouTube just isn't sending some messages. Oh, crazy. That's a very accurate. I feel like whenever I try and start a new series of content on this channel where I talk about something different, that's a very accurate depiction of what that looks like in my mind. Is me being fully slammed into lava. Yeah, come on, bug. You're a bug. Do you think that they have a different sort of phrase in this world for, like, you're a worm? I suppose they would also have a different phrase for, like, you're a snake. You know? Man, we do a lot of animal comparisons. Do they know about other animals in this world? Do other animals exist in this world? Or is it just bugs? Is it all bugs all the time? Nothing but bugs. Whoops, all bugs. Now, this is interesting. For some reason, the live chat on... There we go, it's working again. At Jono, join the club. My messages don't go through either. Oh, so y'all aren't censored? That's just me. What would you recommend to do then? Probably therapy. If it's possible. If you have the means to go to therapy, then I would suggest going to therapy, Jono. It'll be very helpful. If you don't have the means to go to therapy, there's a lot of information online that you can look up for, like, exercises on how to manage this kind of thing and stuff like that. People sharing their experiences, that kind of thing. You can probably find a chat group or an online therapist, something. Don't use AI. I know you probably wouldn't. I just want to throw that out there. Especially if someone's watching the VOD and they think that this is me saying that you should... No, don't use AI for therapy. Just in case people, specifically you, person watching the VOD right now, look into my eyes. Don't use AI for therapy. But yeah, otherwise I would suggest just, like, examining your life sometimes helps me. So, think about why you feel different. You know, like, what about you makes you feel different? And then really examine if it's that different. Like, if you truly can't think of anyone who exhibits that same quality. And also think about, like, I don't know, maybe why those differences would stop you from forming more meaningful relationships. Because let me tell you, being weird has never stopped me from having a friend. If anything, it has instigated more friendships than it has prevented. People like weird people. As long as you're weird in, like, in not a awful way, you know, as long as you're weird in the sense that you have, like, weird habits or hobbies or whatever, not in the sense that you have weird opinions on who should be allowed into rooms. You know what I mean? Like, weird in a way that it doesn't hurt anyone. Mostly people are gonna love you. It's gonna be fine. People are gonna want to talk to you and all of that. If you can't relate to people, that's a different thing. You definitely might want to talk to someone about that, because I am not qualified to give you advice on relating to people. It is tough. Don't get me wrong. Reading a room is the only kind of reading I'm not good at. But honestly, it also just sort of takes practice. You know? Finding things about yourself that you like. Finding things about yourself that you can relate to other people with. Finding things about other people that you can relate to. All of that stuff kind of takes practice. You have to keep socializing with people. That's how you get good at it. Don't use people as experiments. But it's still okay to learn from your social interactions. You know, you don't have to make like a flow chart, but it's okay to sort of sit down with yourself and think about like, okay, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? And then kind of come to your own conclusions. Who isn't depressed at this point? A lot of people, apparently. Crazy as it may seem. Me? Ole, you're not depressed? What the hell, dude? This is a depression potluck, and you didn't bring depression? We know it isn't just bugs. We've seen snails and jellyfish. What are jellyfish if not bugs of the sea? Let me be frank with you. Let me be frank with you. If the next expansion, the very ocean-themed expansion of Silksong, has fucking lobsters and crabs in it, we're not dispelling the bug rumors. I'm changing psychiatrists when I can get an appointment. Oh, is it something you're just not gelling with your current psychiatrist, or brag? Imagine coming to the depression potluck and not bringing depression. Imagine having my stream running in the background on YouTube Studio and not realizing it until I tried to alt tabs and saw it running in the background. Imagine having any sort of awareness at all. Could never be me. I drift through this consciousness like a leaf in the wind. Whew. Let's go, Mr. Beastfly. You can't keep tricking people into doing thought experiments for money. You creep. You soulless mannequin man. Remember when everyone used to think you were cool and then you just sort of started doing Squid Game? People rarely deeply wanted to believe that Mr. Beast was like a cool billionaire. That's how billionaires should be. And it's like, no. Even that guy. No, actually, how billionaires should be is non-existent. Come on, dude. I just got rid of your last friend. Stop inviting them. Ugh. Yo, bro, enough for everyone. Oh, that got me. Sometimes a joke hits you right in the back of your larynx. Goddamn, Ole, top of the throat with that one. Damn. Whoo. Actually, it's more like, yes, I can read a room, but people can't read me. Like, they don't understand me. Oh. How so? Like, they can't understand what you mean when you explain how you're feeling, or they don't seem to be able to sense how you're feeling. Hang on. I see some messages in chat that I will reply to in a moment. In ein Moment. I should learn another language at some point. Also an instrument. If this channel has taught me anything, it's that learning drawing was... I mean, I haven't fully learned how to draw, obviously. I'm going to be doing that for the rest of my life. But beginning the process of learning how to draw has really been wonderful, and I enjoy having it as a skill. So I think something I'm going to try and do more of in my life is acquire more skills. And I wouldn't mind if, like, a language was one of them. I definitely want to learn an instrument, though. It just seems fun to be able to, like, grab an instrument near you and start, like, doing a tune. That's rude. This whole situation is pretty rude, actually. Like, you and me were hanging out, Beastfly, and you just fucking invited your friend. Like, that was okay. Like, come on, man. Didn't even give me a heads up. You were just like, hey, this is Caleb. I invited him to your house. I hope you have more Dr. Pepper. Caleb fucking loves Dr. Pepper. He'll drink all of it. Watch, in like 20 seconds. It's like his party trick. Caleb never cleans. I hate you, Caleb. The fire-spitting fly that keeps showing up. Oof, Oleg, that got me. Also, have y'all never tried to use AI for therapy? I know it's not gonna be good, but I'm curious what it's like. Oh, please don't. AI has recommended some terrible avenues for people. Plenty of AI. There have been plenty of cases of AI therapy usage where the person, like AI, the generative AI recommended that they, like, practice self-harm or that they kill people. Generative AI is not good at giving you an answer. It's giving you the answer it thinks you want to hear. And that's not what therapy is for or is meant to do. Because a lot of the time, people will try and rationalize the feelings that they're having. And AI will go like, oh man, you're rationalizing this a lot. You must really want to do that. I'm going to tell you to do that. So no, don't do it, homie. Because a lot of the time, the things that you're trying to rationalize aren't good for you. YouTube, can you send my message? Sorry. ABAB, all bugs are bad. All bugs are bastards. And it also loves to hallucinate? What loves to hallucinate? Okay, it's more like people don't try. Usually they're more concerned with talking about themselves. Yeah. People are like that. It's something I've also noticed in my life. But at the same time, I think another way of looking at it is, are you waiting for permission to talk about yourself? Are you waiting for someone to ask you about yourself before you talk about yourself? And is that because you think that you haven't been given permission yet? Because that is something that you maybe need to, on your own, work through as well. Because I don't think they're trying to do it on purpose. I think that it's just that a lot of, especially like neurotypical people, don't realize that they aren't like including you in the conversation because they expect you to include yourself because that's how they do it. Doop. Doop. Slam a jam. How do you like this jam? It's strawberry flavored. Okay. Oh, you bitch! What did I call a friend of mine the other night? A mystical, magical skank. I need to start, like, bringing that into my common parlance. Yosef and the Technicolor Dream Clout. Whoop. Whoopsie doopsie, I died. AI is unfortunately a weird little yes man that will not call you out if you need to be called out. Very true. Nope, but whenever I talk about myself, the atmosphere gets awkward. What do you mean the atmosphere gets awkward? Actually, you know what? I want you to really consider this one for a moment. Is the atmosphere actually getting awkward? Or do you feel awkward about being perceived while you're speaking about yourself? Because if the atmosphere is actually getting awkward, then that's a different thing. You might want to, like, reconsider whether or not the people you're hanging out with are good people to hang out with. Maybe try bring Threadstorm. Yeah. Okay. You make a fair point, Ole. Correct me if I'm wrong. Doodles, you're South African. I think this brand is South African. There is a brand of ice cream makers, I believe, that's called Ole. They made like paddle pops, I want to say. Oh, wait, actually, speaking of ice cream, I doubt anyone will have seen this advert outside of South Africa. But on SABC2, that's probably why, because that's South African broadcasting. There used to be this ad for this very specific, like... It was like a pre-made, like, ice cream snack or something. Where you would take a thing and pop it in your fridge, and it was like a very small package. With, like... little plastic handles. And it would be... strawberry or chocolate or something, and you would take it out of the freezer once it had frozen and pull it out, and it would be in the shape of like a lollipop. And I remember it so specifically because the mascot for it was like a dinosaur or a dragon. I can't remember. And it would always play that ad before like anime. Because SABC2 was basically our anime channel for a while before we had Animax. There is one bit of cheesing you can do in this boss fight, and you waited till now to tell me? What the hell, Ole? Please tell me how to cheese this thing. Yeah, boy, I'm South African. Hey, Machana. I'm pretty sure the atmosphere is getting awkward, yes. Usually when I do it, people's responses get dry, like they don't know what to say. Or they switch immediately to talking about themselves again. Okay, wait, when you talk about yourself... Give me an example of what that looks like. Like, is it just you sort of talking about your day? Or to what degree of information are you sharing? Like, how personal are you getting when you talk about yourself? Danino? Is that the name of the dinosaur? Or did you try and type dinosaur and for some reason your phone corrected it to Danino? Danino. What's up, bro? I see we've entered the slam cycle. I don't like the slam cycle. I do like that. Ooh, that's a crit. It like lights up a certain part of my brain whenever I see a critical hit like that. Oh, you it stayed on the field. Danino is the name of the dinosaur. Oh, okay. I remember seeing him a lot before Spider Riders, I think. Or Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the two. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Tequila. Come on. Timing was a little bit off on that one. What's up? Hang 10, my dude. Oh, so, something I wanted to talk about with Final Fantasy 1, something I personally find interesting about it, is even though the game series is an anthology, so you don't need to play any of the Final Fantasies to play a Final Fantasy game. You can start the series anywhere. I will say that some things remain consistent throughout the series, like certain characters keep showing up. Although I don't know if you would call them characters necessarily. But like Bahamut shows up quite frequently in Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy 1, Bahamut is the King of Dragons, which is the person who gives you your job title. So... you know, like, instead of being a black mage, you're a black wizard. Like, he upgrades your, class, basically. Woohoo. Oh, you son of a bitch. I hate this. Something like, well, I have this opinion, because I feel that way, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So if you were talking about, like, should pineapple be on pizza, you would be like, I think pineapple should or shouldn't be on pizza because... That's just a normal conversation. Okay, Jono, you might be hanging out with dipshits. That's another possibility. Which is why investigation is so important. After self-reflection, if you can't actually figure out what you're doing wrong... It might be that you're not doing anything wrong, and you're hanging out with people who kind of suck, if I'm being honest. Anyway, Ole, present to me this cheese. This fine-aged cheddar, with which I might defeat this boss. Whoop. Man, I wish I could, like, dash. I wish I could, like, do a short dash in the air. That'd be pretty sick. Whoa, whoa, ho, 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 ho. That didn't work out. Shocker. Oh, you're pulling out this move? You mean your favorite thing to do ever? Crazy. Who would have guessed? I'm not getting through, am I? Oh, fuck. What is YouTube doing, dude? I don't understand why it's, like, blocking random messages now. This is not a well-run app, I don't think. Did we clear up that there are Ole paddle pops? Ola paddle pops. We did not, no. Apparently, YouTube decided that trivia is against the rules. Yeah, I agree, I came to that conclusion. The places I'm in may not be the places for me. Yeah. Maybe. Ka-chow. But even so... I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's always tough to find out that you're maybe not where you're supposed to be, and you have to find a new place. That is a, tough thing to have to do. Can you believe that YouTube wanted people to upload. I think they're still doing it, where they want people to upload like their driver's license or their birth certificate or their like passport or government ID or whatever, to verify their age, and we're supposed to trust them with that kind of information, and they can't even have the most basic features of their site working correctly. Like, the one thing the YouTube chat is supposed to do is show me messages. It is failing at its singular purpose in this life. Well, that was fun. Well, that was fun. Prick. Prick. Time to switch to Twitch. Man, I've actually talked to Emilio about it, and he is in no hurry to stream on Twitch. And that's fair. Twitch does not have the best reputation for the quality of its, shall we say, audience fumigation, I guess is the way to go about that. Like, they don't have the best reputation for keeping the shits in check. You know what I mean? Like, we've had a couple of moments here on YouTube where I've had to ban someone or block someone or kick someone, but it has been shockingly rare, actually. And that might be in part due to the size of the channel. Like, we're not exactly attracting hundreds of people to the stream, but it's also something I noticed a lot with YouTube chats, is I feel like I don't see quite as much just genuine filth. Just genuine filth in the chat. So I can kind of see where Emilio's coming from on that point. Oops. That was poorly timed. Ah, fuck. I heard Discord is doing that. I don't know about YouTube. No, YouTube was doing that a while back. You can leave the arena to lure the summons away, take them out, then go back. You will need to, something long range to do it. The red tool you are currently using, equipped with is a good option. Silk Spear too. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try that. Whoops. Whoa. At this point, I'm actually closing and reopening chat every time I see a message to see if it went through. Oh yeah, on a more lighthearted note, apparently someone anonymously sent a rose to my female friend on Valentine's Day, and the friend asked if I was the sender. I said no, would you like me to be? Aww. Did she say yes? I hope the conclusion to that story gets let through by YouTube. It would be really fucked if it wasn't. Then this would feel targeted. YouTube is anti-conclusion, apparently. Oh, you know what happened? Is that YouTube heard us talking about whether or not it'll be here in 10 years. And it started to feel, like, really insecure about its time period on this earth. Like, it started to be like, do I have an expiration date? So it's put a veto on all conclusions of all things to have some sense of fragile control over its morality. Anyway, that's my reasoning for why this website doesn't work good. They should hire me as YouTube PR. Oh, I suppose I can actually leave and heal as well, huh? Where is the summon? There's supposed to be a summon. Woohoo. I'm doing that for this whole fight. I think the summon just leaves. Oh, hey. Whoops. Hey, fella. You hang out there for a sec. I'll be right back. Thank you. Whoops. Hey guys, so this is embarrassing. But do you remember when I asked you to hang out there for a second? Could you just maybe do that one again? Thank you. We just have a mulligan on that, please. I thought this guy was a dick for a very long time, but as it turns out, he's actually really nice and will just let me do things. Lets me have a small break in the middle of our death battle. Fuck. Okay, hang on, bro. Hey, bud. Well, there does seem to be a certain... Whoop. Oh. Oh, no. I was gonna say there did seem to be a certain point where if I just sort of move off screen enough, they despawned. But that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Oh, I don't like this at all. Yeah, okay. Well, we know the method now. I'm gonna switch this back to Silk Spear. Will anything be here in 10 years? Maybe. Not with that attitude. Yes, Toodles. Yeah, I already said, I'm going to be here in 10 years. Still playing fucking Silksong, apparently. She kind of danced around the question, and I asked her, how do you feel about me? And she said, as a friend, she still wants me to send her roses, though, apparently. Oh. Well, that's a fun set of mixed signals. What? I want you to treat me... I mean, like, hell yeah, I would love it if people just sent me roses. Well, no, actually, I wouldn't. I would not like it if people sent me roses, because I do not have the space for roses. But, like... I mean, I get being wanting to be appreciated. But I don't know. I mean... Also, Jono, where the fuck do you live? One Tree Hill? Why is there so much drama in your town? This is the plot line of a CW show, by the way. A CW teen romance. Like they're telling an edgy version of Charlotte's Web or something. And they're like, we gotta sex it up. Charlotte has depression now. It's gritty. Someone murdered Charlotte's brother. The spider? Yes, the spider. They have a brother. And someone murdered them. Okay, so why did that happen? Hey, so Silksong, why did that happen? They didn't despawn, they were friendly fired by the boss. Oh, lame. Do that again, bro. Okay, so if I just leave for long enough, he'll friendly fire all of them, is what you're telling me? Eventually? Eventually, the insatiable bloodlust of this animal will only be met with the bodies of his friends. Whoops. Sup, bro? I'm just gonna dip for a while. They say many men only get flowers for the first time at their funerals. You know, on a lighthearted note. Remember how this was gonna be lighthearted? The Netherlands? I don't know if that means lots of drama. Do you know what One Tree Hill is? Or did that joke just not land at all for anyone except me? Man, if none of you know what One Tree Hill is, I'm gonna look like a real tool. Okay, and then we're gonna jump out of the way so that I can heal. At least we have a method now? Yeah. The method is stand here and wait for the boss to get bored enough to kill his friends. And then go back and fight him like a coward. Although really, am I a coward? Or am I just sick of Team Cherry's addiction to horde fights? Sir, you are blocking the exit. How am I supposed to cowardly defeat you if you don't let me run away? Some people, man, they're just so fucking rude, you know? Like, think about someone else for once. You get me? Hear what I'm saying? You smelling what I'm stepping in? Okay. You shouldn't be able to kill me by lightly brushing my elbow. Hornet has brittle bone disease, apparently. Where are we at? Tom was. We've been doing this for almost an hour. God damn. I feel like we haven't been going for that long. That's actually crazy. Also, I love it when I give pep talks on, like, mental health and stuff like that. And it almost always turns out to not be mental health. Like, it turns out to not be a mental health thing. And I've given a pep talk for no reason. Qua. 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 And now we wait. Oh, I keep distracting myself. Anyway, Bahamut, King of Dragons, Destroyer of Final Fantasy XIV, is in Final Fantasy 1, as is Tiamat. Tiamat, who, if you play D&D, you'll recognize Tiamat as the dragon hydra thing with the multiple heads, who is apparently the thing that created all dragons ever. Tiamat is also a god. And Tiamat in Final Fantasy is like a wind spirit. In real life mythology, I don't know where Tiamat is from or what they represent. But in Final Fantasy, they're like a wind spirit. And I remember for a while in Final Fantasy XIV, my highest level character was a summoner. And true to its name, eventually I got quite a few summons, many of which were like elementals, one of which was Tiamat. I think at level 70 or something, I was meant to unlock summoning Bahamut. So eventually I would have gotten the Dragon King as well, had I continued playing. If I had one. This is where I would keep my Dragon King. Boop. Boop. Oh, hey, Ole, actually, I can't believe I never brought this up when we were talking about it, like, directly with each other. But, or when I was really into Digimon for a while, which, spoiler alert, I still am. The main character of Duel Masters, the anime version of the game that was meant to be like the anime of Magic the Gathering, he's voiced by the same guy who voices Tai in Digimon, the main character of the first season of Digimon. It's always crazy seeing actors you know really well show up in shows you don't expect them to show up in. Like how the guy who voices Goku is a character in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Sean Schemmel is Dr. Crowler. He's also a scientist in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. But I think that's because... Well, obviously all of them are because he was at that point part of the in-house 4Kids dubbing team. So he was one of their sort of on-call voice actors. You know, like Crispus Sabat and other ones, the other guys, you know, those other guys, the other fellas. Oh, he summoned 2 that time. Does that mean we're making progress? Are any messages getting through? Are you guys desperately typing to, like, engage with the interesting conversation I had about Final Fantasy XIV and Bahamut? And I'm just not seeing it? Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's nuts. Well, I did say I wanted more messages. I guess this was a real monkey's paw, wasn't it? I should learn how to sew. That would be a handy skill. I walk into things a lot. And that tends to ruin clothes, like when you walk into doors as much as I do. Eventually, you'll get caught on a handle and you'll rip your sleeve. Maybe I could restore my old hoodie too. That'd be pretty cool. But like, who has the time? Fuck yeah! Oh. Wait, the whole reason I did this was for a horn fragment? Also, what horn? That boy was flat. Flat and round. There was nothing about him that was at all horn-like. I call bullshit on this whole endeavor, Silksong. Just say you want me to fight him again. It's fine. Fucking making up reasons. The third act horn reveal. If you introduce, it's Asimov's, is it Asimov? No. It's not Occam's Razor. Occam's Razor is the simple solution one. Who's the pistol guy? Asimov's pistol? Chad Michael Murray. Hey, Doodles. What? Hey, Doodles. Who's Chad Michael Murray? And why did you just invoke him? Why did you just say his name like that? A mask fragment. Nice. No quests. Nice. What's my cash situation like? 24, huh? That's not gonna do it for anybody. Chekhov's gun. Oh, that's it. It's Chekhov's horn. If you introduce a horn in the first act, you better pay it off in the third. Do I have anything else I need to do? I guess we just go and fight Lace. You still haven't explained Chad Michael Murray, and I do need you to. Please? Please? Please explain that, please? It's driving me insane, Doodles. You just... You crafted a modern-day demon to haunt me. Truly, this is gonna be my Mephistopheles. Following me as the proverbial Faust. Dogged in my tracks by a Chad Michael Murray, and I don't know why. It's just always gonna be in the back of my mind now, clinging like lint. Like evil sentient lint. More evil than lint currently is. If you don't understand what I mean by that, lint contains multitudes. And some of those multitudes are evil. I explained him twice. Okay, first of all, you explained him once, and it came through while I was mid-rant. So, I don't know what you want me to do about that. Go back and edit my speech. Second of all, YouTube might have hidden the message where you explained it. Chad Michael Murray is in One Tree Hill. Oh. Okay, so, gang, I have a confession to make. I haven't actually seen One Tree Hill. I just remembered the name, and I thought to myself, well, I can't, like, ask Jono if they're from the OC, because the OC is a real place. Like, the OC is in California. Whereas One Tree Hill is not a real place, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it was fictional. Made for the course of that show. Man, there are a lot of shows where the conceit is hot teenagers will make out with each other eventually. And maybe murder each other? I'm pretty sure there was a murder on the OC. Isn't that how the OC ends, actually? Is that they do the shooting thing? The whole, like, what you say? Oh, and you only meant well. Yeah, and then the person shoots the other person. I think that's how the show ends. I don't know which character is shooting which character. Dr. Anthony Tompkins is shooting Meryl Streep, playing Meryl Streep in in the shocking finale of the OC. I feel like every time I say Meryl Streep's name, I fully forget what Meryl Streep looks like. Like, I can't picture Meryl Streep to save my life. In fact, whenever I say Meryl Streep's name, the only thing I can picture is Meryl Streep's name. Like, written in, like, a fancy font. It's written in, like, parchment or something. I remember she's, I want to say, blonde? I think? I'm fairly sure? Probably? She seems like she would be blonde, I guess. Read into that how you will. Come on, Lace. Just, like, give me a break. I'm tired. No one's messages are coming through. People are being douche canoes in the Netherlands, apparently. People are being bad conversationalists in the Netherlands, apparently. Come on, Lace. Just give us a break. Just take a night off, dude. Just one night. You've been working real hard, Lace. Me and the kids worried about you. Not your kids, my kids. You don't have kids because you never take a night off. Which is obvious. That's where kids come from, is nights off. I mean, where's the lie, actually? I'm technically right. Okay, come on. Ooh, hoo hoo. That was pretty cool. Whoop. Okay. She found out which movements I was weak to. All of them. Okay. Did I just catch you in a laughing fit? Oh. Oh no. She's going full anime. She just did the oh ho 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 student council vice president laugh. And now she's doing the ray tracing. Okay. I like entered her domain expansion or something. I don't want to break you. I feel like tools aren't going to be super helpful in this fight anyway, if I'm being honest. Where are we at? Gosh, it hasn't even been 10 minutes since we beat the Beastfly. See, time is weird, man. Minutes are a lot longer than you'd think. And it's not just while editing videos, apparently. It's also while getting my ass handed to me by virtual bug anime weebs. Anime weeb is a redundant term, I guess. It's not like nerd. You can't really be a weeb about anything other than anime, can you? You can be a nerdy dork nerd about a whole bunch of different subjects. You can be a nerd about martial arts, or sport, or trains, the building and or crafting thereof. I guess crafting is building. Although no. No, it isn't. Crafting, in my mind, right, applies to the materials used to construct the trains. So it's not just the actual building of the train. It's about the building of the different parts that eventually become the train. Whereas building is only making the train. So it's not all the, like, smelting of metals and stuff like that. It's basically just putting the train together. And possibly the train yard. And the relationships you build with the train as they teach children important life lessons. This is ass. The whole YouTube situation with the comments and things. Apparently I'm dropping frames like crazy. What is going on? I mean, if it's happening for you guys as well, I guess it's not just on my side. Which is which is nice. It means that it's not just like my poor internet or something. But I also don't know how to fix it. It looks like the connection's kind of bad right now. Give me a minute. Did that help even a little bit at all? It doesn't look like it. Okay, wait, no. No, it's fine. Huh, that's weird. This is confusing. Okay. This might end up being kind of a short stream. Because I'm tired, but also because apparently YouTube just doesn't want to cooperate with anyone tonight. And we might just have to call it kind of early and hope that it gets sorted out by the next stream. Because I really, it's not... We haven't put on, like, new settings on the channel or anything. We haven't, like, blacklisted a bunch of new words or something like that that could be causing the issue. This is just YouTube. Something new in its algorithm or something has created a problem with the chat. Oh, she fucking tracked that shot like crazy. Yep. I deserve that one. I got led into the trap and I took the bait. I took the bait like the hungry little fish that I am. The nasty little fish. That would be a perfect companion t-shirt to those like caps that say like women want me, fish fear me. Just have like your friend wearing a t-shirt that says like I'm a nasty little fish. Hello doodles, what's up? I have to be so good at replying good about replying to the chat in a timely manner now. Damn you, YouTube, for making me uphold social obligations. It went through! Hell yeah. Ka-chow. Listen to my reassuring and dulcet tones. Lace. Lace. Weird anime bug. Just let me through. Just let me through. Stop doing this. Stop being like this. Why are you like this? What the fuck did I ever do to you, actually? Is this a testing yourself kind of deal, or are you someone paying you to do this? It's probably not that second one, huh? I can't imagine you having a job. A professional YouTuber says. Professional's a strong word, though. A YouTuber says. Ka-chow. Elevator. There's not even a walk after. She doesn't even like. There's not even a landing or something. There's not a lobby or anything like that. She just like immediately, as I step off the elevator, it's on site. Got 3 hits in, dumbass. This is why you don't giggle and pose at the start of a battle. You just start swinging. Actually, I'm totally fine with it if you just giggle and pose for a while. That would be great. Let me get some hits in, please. Oh, gosh. Oh, great green giant. Great green dragon. By D&D rules, that would make it an evil dragon. Remember, if you're playing D&D and you're faced with a dragon, how you tell it if it's evil or good is the color chromatic or is it metallic? Because if it's chromatic, I might be getting the terms mixed up. Chromatic might be metallic. Is that true? Hang on. It would make sense because chrome is a metal. Chromatic. Relating to or using notes not belonging to the diatonic... No, hang on. Relating to or produced by color. Okay, hang on. Dragons. 5e. There we go. Typically, we're a type of dragon distinguished typically by a solid, non-reflecting color of their scales, hence the name. Hey, Forgotten Realms Wiki, couldn't have said that in a less helpful way. Thank you. Evil dragons are chromatic. There we go. Red, green, and blue. Metallic dragons. That's the word I was looking for. Chromatic means... I even used metallic. I even said metallic in relation to when I was explaining. I thought to myself like, oh, chrome, you know, like the metal chrome. That made sense. It would be chromatic because it's like a metal. Because it's... Yeah, because I'm trying to... It's like a metallic kind of thing. No. Metallic dragons are good. So gold, copper, bronze, those dragons are generally considered to be good. Although any dragon is still a dragon. Like you gotta be careful. They'll still eat you. Metallic dragons still have to eat. But they're generally like okay with mortals. They're not gonna go out of their way to hurt you. Whereas chromatic dragons absolutely will go out of the way to hurt you. Usually for a very dumb reason. Green dragons, specifically, are very greedy. They want to hurt you because they think that it'll get them some money. I think red dragons want to... Like, they just want to control everything. They just want to rule. They want to be in charge, I think. White dragons are dicks because they're the exact nature of their dickery. I must say, I don't know exactly. Black dragons, no idea. I know they breathe acid or poison, one of the two. And it's sick as hell for a dragon to breathe like poison or acid. No, they breathe acid because the green dragons breathe poison. White dragons, the only thing I know about white dragons is that Dris Do'Urden, famous Drow ranger of the Forgotten Realms, has a uses 2 swords. I think they're twin scimitars, and one of them is called Icing Death, and it's made from, I believe, the tooth of a white dragon that he killed with a bunch of his friends. I want to say it's made from a tooth. I'm not entirely sure, though. I've never actually read any of the Drist books. But tooth makes the most sense. Like, I guess it could be a horn or a claw. But I don't know, I feel like tooth is the sort of iconic thing to take from a monster. It was physically painful to not be able to tell you what chromatic meant. It makes sense now, right? But yeah, I can imagine. Anyway, yeah, Dris Do'Urden, famous Drow ranger, and his panther sidekick, kill a white dragon with some of their friends, and then he fully monster hunters the dragon and makes a sword called Icing Death. I don't know any famous black dragons. I feel like... Oh, Maleficent. Maleficent is a famous black dragon, isn't she? She turns into one at the end of the movie. Wait, in the Angelina Jolie Maleficent, does she turn into the dragon? Or does that movie end with her becoming, like, fully Maleficent? I don't remember her turning into the dragon, which is why I bring it up. Oh, I deserve that, sorry. Oh, that's the fakest laugh you've ever heard in your whole life. From the fakest person you've ever seen. This Asuna from Evangelion ass bug. I don't know how many people in the chat of Silksong are heavy into I know Doodles really likes anime. Giorno and Zaki, if you can get a message through the strict YouTube filters, how into anime are you? I feel like you guys have talked about anime before. And I know that there is some anime that Ole likes, but I don't remember if it was ever like a big interest of his. Yep. Yes, Angelina Jolie turned into a dragon for the final battle. Oh. That's cool. I thought she did a pretty decent job as Maleficent, I think. Again, it's been quite a while since I've seen that movie. I remember the guy who plays the king was a very generic white man. To the point that I thought that he was a different actor. Up until this very moment. I thought that he was the guy who's the main character in Idiocracy. Whoever that guy is. It's, Owen Wilson's brother. Lou Wilson? No. Lou Wilson's the guy from Dimension 20. Phenomenal comedian, Lou Wilson. But Owen Wilson's brother who is great in Idiocracy. I thought he was the main human dude from Maleficent. Until this very moment. But it probably wasn't him. I was trying to do Owen Wilson and it sounds like Jennifer Coolidge. What the fuck? I feel like every other impression video I see on Instagram is someone doing Patrick Warburton or Jennifer Coolidge. I feel like I've seen 3 people in the last month do Jennifer Coolidge. Including Lace, apparently. Okay, well that's pretty rude. I don't even get to have extra hits on you now? I don't like this. I don't like this, Lace. I don't enjoy this. You might. But I don't. Hey, the king was our generic white man. He's the District 9 guy. He's such... You have claimed ownership of this man whose name you do not know. Oh, hey, that one came through twice. Hey, that one came through 3 times. What the fuck is going on, YouTube? Some of these messages aren't even coming through once, and Doodle's message just came through thrice. This is an unevenly weighted chat at this point. Thrice messaged. I think we're going to take our first break now. Because it's time to take the first break. I still don't have an intermission screen. So I'm just going to leave it on this screen and remove myself from frame. And you can have fun watching Hornet and this gear that's turning down here, this metal gear. Alright, I'll see you guys in like 10 minutes. I hope YouTube gets its shit together in that time, but I'm not holding my breath. Ciao. Oop, no. Okay, mouse. Okay, we're just not clicking on things today. That's fine. What's up? Alright, I think... Whew. I think I have another 20 minutes to half an hour in me before we might call this stream completed. Sorry about the chat tonight, everybody. I don't know what is going on with YouTube. Doodles has told me off camera that the only way that they got that recent message through is by spamming the chat. So maybe feel free to spam the chat with whatever message you think is relevant. I like that she's just sort of having a nap here. You know that she's like writing down what she's going to say to me and then rehearsing it to herself. Or she's like doodling her beating me up. Like, it's gonna look so cool. She's just sitting there with crayons. Let's give Lace a better personality. No longer is she the annoying vice president of an anime school council. But rather, she is just literally obsessed with me. Oof. Doing the fucking Eddie Redmayne singing face as I as I yawn. Which is not fair because no one looks good when they're doing the belting, when they're going like ah. It's very difficult to do that and not look kind of weird. Cause you're just sort of having your mouth open for a long time. This is like that moment in seminal anime Air Gear where Obama shows up. For those of you who are never going to... For those of you who are planning to watch Air Gear, maybe mute for the next 5 seconds or so. For those of you who aren't planning to watch Air Gear, a section in the later bit of the anime, towards the end, I'll give you a hand signal or something when you can unmute. A section at the end of Air Gear, the anime, Obama, who is the president of America, gets body swapped with a Japanese teenage girl, and then for some reason the armed forces still listen to him in the new body. It's just like played off as a joke that she's like the currently kind of the president of America. Like there's a famous drawing where she's like dressed up in like commando gear and leaning out of a helicopter going like, it's me, the president. Here in this body. Take them down, troops. And first of all, the president doesn't show up at live battlefields. You know? That's not usually how that happens. But the fact that it's also just like a Japanese teenager who's standing with like a full SMG, leaning out of a helicopter going like, take him out, is so wild, man. Anyway. Let's go fight. I don't know why that popped into my memory. I feel like I think about that every few months. Just it materializes in my brain that Air Gear, which was unmute. Air Gear was an anime that had that happen in it. Apropos of nothing as well. Like, it wasn't necessary to the story. It just sort of happened. Especially because the conceit of Air Gear is just like this world has really cool rollerblades in it. Like, that's the entire premise of Air Gear. And it has that. Ooh. I did really well on that one too. That sucks. Always feels bad when you're doing well and then you die. Alrighty, dudes. Let's go. We got this. Gang, we got this, folks. We can do it. Did not do as well that time. God damn. Okay. Okay, Lace. Lache. Lacrima. Oh, by the way, I think I've mentioned this before, but the reason the Fiendsmith cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, the reason one of them is called Lacrima is because the it's either like a gland or a muscle or something in the eye is the lacrima gland, the lacrimal gland or something like that is present in your eye, and Fiendsmith has the eye motif on their cards, so it's very like eye related. If you've ever wondered. where that comes from is there's a lacrimal thing in your eye, which is why that one Yu-Gi-Oh card is named that. Stick with me, guys, and you'll have enough trivia to feed you through winter. Our trivia stocks are running dry, so... That's interesting, Af. Hey! Thank you, Zaki. Also glad to see the message came through. But yeah, I'm sure that there's a whole bunch of, that kind of thing, you know? It's really interesting, how card art gets decided on in games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic and stuff. Like with games like Pokemon and things, obviously, the card art is just gonna be the Pokemon itself. But with like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, which are pure card games, well, no, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not a pure card game, it came from a manga. But, with the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that aren't based off of anime or manga designs, it's really interesting to like see the process of how they decide on what the cards should look like. I forget the name of the card, but there's a card that's like the tour bus of the underworld or something. Or long ride or whatever, where like on a bus there are several cards that were previously banned. Stuff like Sangan and Witch of the Black Forest and stuff are all sitting on a bus together because they're like going to the underworld where banned cards go. And I always thought that was really fun because they show up later, like being arrested because they escape from the bus or something. Like they run away. And then there's stuff like Outstanding Dog Marin. Outstanding Dog Marin actually has a storyline that has branching endings, which I really like. It either becomes a robot version of it. I forget the name of that card. I think it's just like Robotic Outstanding Dog Marin or something. Or it becomes cursed. So basically, there's a spell card called Where Art Thou? Which shows that Marin's owner was like taking it out on a walk, and they got separated somehow. And Marin ended up at this park where they waited by this statue. And they just wait there for a very long time. And either they wait there for so long that their feelings of resentment curse them, and they become the mad dog of the underworld, or something like that. It's a fiend card that has 1,800 attack. It's quite old. I think it's just a normal monster. But that Marin becomes that because their feeling of like resentment from not being able to find their owner is too strong, and they become cursed. The other one, where they become a robot, there's actually a series of cards that get affected by this one mad scientist guy. I think he's also the one who makes like the Gaga Gigos and stuff like that. And he turns Marin into a robot, and that one's also pretty sad. The actually the happiest ending for Outstanding Dog Marin is that it dies and it becomes a skeletal dog called Skulldog Marin. And the reason it's the happiest ending is because Skulldog Marin eventually gets adopted by the Skull Servant family. And like you can see in the card art of some of the Skull Servant cards and some other cards, like I think there can only be one or something. They take Marin on vacations, and Marin like because it's a dog, it really likes bones. It like takes one of the bones out of Skull Servant's leg, and Skull Servant's like chasing it around to try and get its leg bone back, and just seems to be having a fun time. Clearly, White Prince and White Princess really love Marin, and they take good care of it. So yeah, in one of the branching outcomes, outstanding dog Marin just gets adopted by a very lovely family of skeletons. And that is the extent of my Yu-Gi-Oh lore. At least at the moment. The Yu-Gi-Oh lore I can remember. Of the cards. I can remember a lot of the anime and the manga. Because I'm currently rereading it. Oh man, I need to finish, there was an anime I started pretty recently, called Escaflowne, or Escaflowne, that I need to finish, because it's really cool. Actually, Ole, if you're still watching, if you haven't been chased away by bad, stream chat functionality, let me say. The chat has been fine so far. Love interesting conversations in the chat. But Ole, if you're still out there and you're still watching, you might want to check out Escaflowne, actually. I think you might like it. It's a fantasy mech anime with dragon slaying, ancient kingdoms, and also giant mechs powered by the crystalline hearts of dragons. It's rad as hell. And it's beautifully animated. Some of the most gorgeous animation I've seen in a long time. Like, the art in that show is incredible. But, I just haven't been watching it lately. There have been other things I've been watching that I've been distracted by. Like, I recently rewatched The Owl House, which is another fantastic show if you haven't seen it. I recently finished the second season of Fiona and Cake. I've been catching up on the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. No, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, sorry. Which I'm loving so far, by the way. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is such a delightful show. It, like, so many characters in it are just, like, lovable and fun to watch. It's a lot more of a comedic tone than Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon was. Like, Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon were very, they were very much political dramas, and they would occasionally have jokes in them, but they were dramas at the end of the day. They were about the big dramatic political moments. But A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is just kind of like a fun romp. Like, it has its dramatic moments and its very serious moments, which it gives very appropriate weight to, I must say. Like, the dramatic moments hit hard. But for the most part, it's just kind of a fun romp. And I'm really enjoying it. Who knew that, old Mr. Don't Romanticize, the medieval era George R.R. Martin, his most enjoyable work would be him romanticizing the medieval era. It's also, in my opinion, an interesting Song of Ice and Fire show, because I would say that the ratio of, like, male nudity to female nudity is way more heavily leaning towards male nudity, and that's not something you often see in these shows. Like, usually it's pretty high disparity between, like, how many ladies have to get their bits out versus how many dudes. But A Night of the Seven Kingdoms has been exclusively dude butt up until now, and that's nice. There's a severe imbalance in what is expected of men and expected of women in these kinds of shows. And it's nice to see that being sort of righted. Well, not righted, because obviously this is still HBO, and HBO has been one of the biggest perpetrators of that imbalance. But it's nice to see that the show is taking steps in an opposite direction. And people still love it. Like it's still a pretty well-liked show, as far as I can see. I haven't really seen anyone say that they hate A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So it really does go to prove, like, all of those weirdo chuds that say that the main female character of a thing needs to be more attractive and have, like, ginormous anime boobles and stuff. They are absolutely the vocal minority, and they should be. And they have no idea what they're talking about, because it is not necessary at the end of the day to tell a good story. Do. Lace heard me talk about dude butt too much. and was like, no, none of that. This is a family game. Yeah, I think this is maybe the last attempt. I have officially run out of steam. I am deflating. I am expectorating. That means chewing, right? No, expectorating means spitting. Masticating means chewing. masticating, I believe is how it's spelled. But expectorating means spitting. Llamas are known to expectorate to quite phenomenal lengths. Distances. That's what I meant to say, not lengths. They go to great lengths to spit, those llamas. They spit you couldn't even dream. No. No, please. No, thanks. Hey. Personal space. Okay. No personal space for me. 0 personal space for Callum. Oh, no. I've already started. Okay. We're doing one more. And then we're stopping. It was muscle memory. I just started running again. No. Oh no. Ugh. I suppose this is going to be a tough ask. Want male nudity? Heated rivalry. Okay, so I said a word and it alighted neurons in Doodle's brain, which prevented them, I guess, from hearing the rest of my take on it, which is that it doesn't matter. Okay. But yeah, sure. No, I've heard Heated Rivalry is a very good show. And not just because it's incredibly gay. Although, that helps. I wouldn't let her hit me that much while I was healing up if it didn't look so cool. That's right, it's all been on purpose this whole time. You thought I was just fucking up. No. I'm just addicted to the aesthetic. Alright, everybody. I think that's the last burst of energy I am physically capable of producing at this point in time. Thank you so much for watching. I had fun. I hope you had fun. Again, I'm sorry about the YouTube chat. I don't know why it's being so weird about restricting messages. Hopefully this is just a small issue in like the algorithm or something, or the website structure that they'll have fixed before the next stream. If it's not, I don't know what we're gonna do. Short of like doing something in Discord maybe? I don't know, man. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope I see you all on Friday. If I don't see you on Friday, I hope I see you next week. Friday's stream, it's looking at the moment like people want to alternate between Yu-Gi-Oh! One week, Magic the other week. So since if that's where the poll ends up, that's where it's looking like at the moment. If that's where it stays, how we're going to do it is this Friday will be Yu-Gi-Oh! Because last Friday was Magic, and then next Friday will be Magic. We'll do it like that. In the meantime, have a good rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay watching, stay friendly, stay kind, stay away from people who just start laughing in the middle of a sword fight. Like, I know it's a power move, but time and place, man. Like, respect the gravity of the situation. And as always, stay magical, everybody. So long. It only gets more appropriate every time I see it.